What's up, everybody? This is Bruce, aka Geektacular, and today I've got another unboxing for you. Today I'm going to be unboxing the TV series Ultraseven on Blu-ray Steelbook, and this is from Mill Creek. So, if you're a fan of like Godzilla movies, tokusatsu series, like this one in particular, if you're an Ultraman fan, like a Power Rangers fan or anything like that, this might be right up your alley. Because this is one of the first series like this where you actually have kind of humans who morph into a kind of a different form to battle, giant monsters and stuff like that. Ultraman is kind of one of the original series that made that a thing on Japanese television. And Mill Creek recently got the rights to all of the series in North America. So they've started putting out all the series, kind of starting at both ends of the spectrum, the timeline. So they're coming out with all of the initial first series kind of up front. And they were also releasing the more recent series as well, all on Blu-ray, and most of them even have different editions and things like that. So it's really cool, and they're doing really, really awesome work because a lot of these some of these haven't been released in North America at all, and definitely not on Blu-ray in HD. So the fact that they went back to the very first kind of initial prequel series, Ultra Q. They released Ultraman, which was the first kind of official Ultraman series that featured the titular character, and now Ultraseven is out, and they have a bunch more. They're planning to release like 5 or 6 releases kind of every quarter, so every couple months, every month or two. They're releasing 1 or 2 more releases for subsequent series. So yeah, this is really awesome. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm collecting for the older ones. I'm getting all of the Steelbooks. There's also a standard version, which is in kind of a thicker, more standard Blu-ray case, but it has a slipcover on it with like a piece of artwork on the spine. And when you collect all of them, it's going to make like a mural across all of the Blu-ray cases. So it's really cool. But I'm really partial to Steelbooks. So that's kind of why here I wanted to pick up the Steelbooks. So those are the ones I'm collecting for the kind of the older releases where they're putting them out in Steelbooks. The newer ones, the series from like 2016, 2017, 2018, the new ones that they're putting out are just being released in a standard Blu-ray packaging, so nothing too crazy about those. So I'm just getting those as is. But yeah, these ones you have the choice of the standard edition with like the mural spine or these Steelbooks. The discs inside are exactly the same. They all come with the exact same booklet and all that stuff. So literally the only difference is the packaging, basically. So whichever one you like the most, I would say pick that up. Everything else is identical. So let me go ahead and it comes shrink wrapped here as one big unit. So let me see if I can go ahead and get this unwrapped here. We can take a look at the contents. So as you can kind of see here, one thing I'll point out, because all of the Steelbook releases of Ultraman are like this, the outer slipcover is like transparent, as you can see. So it's kind of like clear plastic. And it comes with this protective film on it. So you can see it's actually peeling up already just inside the packaging in the corner. This is just like a temporary film to kind of protect the plastic so it doesn't get scratched up in shipping or anything. So I just take it off. You don't need it on. It kind of makes you can kind of see it has like bubbles, and it sort of makes it less shiny and less nice looking. And I'm pretty sure it's just for shipping protection. So I have just been taking these off. It's not like glued. It's just like stuck with static. So there is no resistance. It's not going to like cause any residue. It's literally just held on via basically static, so you can just pull it off. Now, as you can see, like, this is kind of more like matte when it's on. When you take it off, it's like extremely shiny and nice looking. So yeah, I've been taking that off. I guess you could leave it on if you wanted some extra protection on your slipcover or something like that. But here is the packaging. I'll go ahead and show you that. Very awesome. And again, the this part here, the text and the logo text is all on the slipcover. So the rest of it here is on the case itself. Let me show you the spine. And all of these, one thing I like about these releases is that they're super consistent. So they all say series and then the number at the top of the spine. They all have the logo in the exact same spot. The printing, like the pattern on the spine is exactly the same on all of them. They all have a photo of a monster or the current Ultraman from that series right here on the spine. So when you line them all up, they look really nice together. Then here's the back. And this is actually printed on the outer slipcover itself. So I'll show you that when I pull this out here. And here are the technical specs if you're interested. The only thing about these releases that Mill Creek is doing is that they don't come with English dubs. So if you're fine watching them in the original Japanese, which is how they were originally made, with English subtitles, then these will be good. If you want to watch them with the English dubs, you'll have to get a different release, because these are basically the kind of original approved Japanese versions of Ultraman. So they only come with the original Japanese DTS HD Master Audio 2.0 audio tracks with English subs. Nothing on the other spine really, so if you want to just kind of see what the slipcover looks like here without the case in it, that's what it looks like. Still has everything on the back, but it's like a clear plastic slipcover there, so I'm just going to put that off to the side here. So there's two things in the slipcover. There is the Steelbook case itself, and there's also this episode and information guide. So let me just show you this real quick. All of the Steelbook releases come with this. And the current ones do too. The current series, like Geed and Orb and stuff, it's just a little bit smaller and less fancy. But they too have a guide insert in the case. But yeah, this is kind of the style that all the Steelbook ones of the original series comes with. So it's a paperback book. It's about 24 pages, and it's really high quality. It looks really cool. There's artwork all throughout it, and there's a table of contents there. But basically, it has kind of some historical, kind of behind the scenes information about it to start with, and then it has a hero profile of the Ultraman or Ultramen from each series, and then character profiles. So these are little summaries of all the characters that you'll meet watching the episodes. Let me see if I can flip this here. So this is the episode guide. So for every single episode in the series, it comes with a little screenshot from the episode, the name, the director and writer, and then a little blurb describing the plot, a little plot synopsis. So that's what takes up kind of the bulk of this guide here. And they have the monster guide here. So again, you'll see basically all the monsters that you run into during this particular series. It gives you their stats, like their height and their weight, which episodes they appear in, and then a kind of a text description. It does that for kind of the big main ones in the series. They get sort of the full treatment. Then for all of these smaller monsters or bad guys that you see in the series, they just kind of get names and little pictures there, like a quick identifier. And then the last part is key technology. So any like gadgets or technological things that are used in this series, it'll show you a little screenshot of that, like a little a little piece of art, and then it'll describe exactly what it is or how it works. So yeah, a very cool extra book. Again, Mill Creek did not have to do this. They could have just spat out these episodes on a bare bones release with nothing extra, and that probably would have been okay with most people. But yeah, they really went above and beyond for these Ultraman series. So I'm a really big fan of these. So just to look at the Steelbook itself, it's got kind of this pattern in the background, and then everything is metallic. So his red suit especially, as you can kind of see with the light, sort of pops out there. There's the edge, and there's the back. So very cool. Again, it's a Steelbook, so everything is super metallic, especially the suit. That looks really cool. And then let me open this slightly up here because these typically, yeah. So this is the movie spree code. So Mill Creek has their own streaming service that's called Movie Spree, and it's kind of their own proprietary one. You can get apps for it on Android, iOS, Roku, all that. And it comes with a code to unlock this series there. So it's not on Vudu or Movies Anywhere or anything like that, but it is on Mill Creek's streaming site, which is nice. So you can watch these digitally if you prefer, if you're on the go or anything like that. You do get a code for that. And then this disc is actually kind of flopping around in here. I think it should be on this spindle. So as you can tell, that's kind of the only downside of the Steelbook, is that the discs are kind of stacked on top of each other on two little spindles. It's kind of got to be like that because that's sort of how Steelbooks are designed. They're not designed for hinges or anything like that. But I will go ahead and show you just each individual disc because there is unique artwork on each. And if you just keep this on your shelf, disc stacking is really not an issue. As you can see, it did cause one of the discs to pop out during shipping and things like that. But other than that, if it's just going to be sitting on your shelf, you're just going to be pulling stuff up to watch it, Blu-rays are pretty resilient, so I wouldn't be worried about it. And there's a different monster on each disc here. So that's disc 1, disc 2, and disc 3 right there. And then the other side, we have disc 4, disc 5, and disc 6. And then we have the artwork on the inside. So it's basically like Ultraman's chest, like the top of his chest right there that goes across both sides. So very cool. They have some inner art too. They didn't have to do that either, but they did, which is awesome. So just to kind of recap and put it all back together here, we have discs 4 through 6 on the right side. We have discs 1 through 3 on the left side. There we go. Like so. And then just closes up like that. We also have the movie spree code, which I'll redeem on my own a little bit later, so I'll just leave that out. But you get that. You get the guide, the paperback guide, all in this super sweet slip cover, which, let's see if I can actually get it back into the slip cover. That's always nice. There we go. And yeah, that'll look great alongside the other ones. I'm planning to get all the new series as they're released. It's rare that a North American company gets the rights to Ultraman specifically and puts out, is determined to put out the whole series if they can on physical media. So the licensing for a lot of these Japanese shows, especially the older ones, are very weird and are hard to get sometimes. So since they're doing it, I'm going to go all in. I'm getting every Steelbook of the original older series as they're released. And I've also been picking up the new series as well. So basically, if you're watching this in the future, if you want to see unboxings of anything else in the Mill Creek Ultraman Blu-ray series, just check out my channel. Check out my videos. I'm planning to do unboxings for all of them as they're released over the coming months and years and all that. So yeah, if you're watching this later on, if you want to find a specific other release, just check my channel. Hopefully I'll have an unboxing video for all the remaining ones as well. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching this. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. That would be awesome. If you like these types of videos, if you like kaiju films, Japanese stuff, anime, or just collectibles, steelbooks, if you're a physical media fan, anything like that, go ahead and click subscribe down below. And also be sure to hit that notification bell down below so that way you won't miss any of my future content. So thanks so much everybody for watching, and I will catch you next time.